What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Stardew Valley. My name is Splattercat. Very happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and find that actually we don't have a purple mushroom. We had one just a minute ago, but I think I sold it. That's okay. I can go back down into the dungeon, and I have a pretty good idea about where I can get one. But that's a little bit of a problem because we already promised it to the person that wanted it. So it's okay. There's not that much to do today. Let's see to our animals first. Once we've seen to our animals, we'll try to run down. How many days do I have left on that? But today is definitely going to be the day of the gopher, so we'll try to stay on top of it. I can't guarantee it's going to be the most fruitful of days. Let me see if I can convince my chickens to love me again. My chickens have fallen out of love with me because I've neglected our relationship in a way that they find to be completely unsustainable. So unfortunately, I gotta bring my chicken-related love game up. It is what it is. Chickens are fickle little critters. Sometimes they love you, sometimes they don't. Gonna go ahead and grab some of that out of there, and then we'll go ahead and keep on keeping on getting the cheese made. Everybody loves cheese. Cheese seems like one of those markets that it would be impossible for you to go broke peddling cheese unless your cheese was really, really disgusting. But cheese seems like a market that once you're in on it, you're in on it. That's it. You don't have to worry about it anymore. We got a bunch of large milks out of there. I assume that the large milks increase the chance that you get a high-quality cheese. That's what I'm leaning towards. Cow, you got to be out of the way. You want to get fed today, then you got to get out of the way, Ribbons. I don't make this choice, but you're bigger than you think you are. And I know you want to hang out for a cuddle sesh, but it's just not available for right now. Climp's attempt. So we got to get Emily and Amethyst. I should be able to lock that one down without too much trouble. I don't know what the payday is going to be on that one, but I hope it's reasonably decent. We could definitely use the money right about now. It's been a hard season on us. We haven't been making a lot of money. Haven't been making a lot of cash. I do have the stuff available for the preserves jars, by the way. And so I think 3 of them should be perfectly fine. My mom used to make preserves when I was a kid. That was a big thing that I remember when I was a kid, is jars lining the shelves everywhere. It's one of those things that I don't know how many people do that anymore. We lived in the city and my mom did it, so I assume people that are rural must do it as well. I mean, so where does Emily live at? What would make this easier? So we got Marnie, Jody, Emily, and Haley are down here to the south. So let me see if I can get her locked in. Emily should stay at the house for a while. She shouldn't go anywhere because I've noticed that like the kids and the younger people in the family tend to run out early, but the people that actually own the house chill there for a while. Ugh, I always clean under the cushions. It's your turn this week. You're being childish, Haley. I do the vast majority of work in this house, and you know it. It's that new farm boy. He has a name, you know. Hey, I bet you'll understand my point of view here. I'm really sorry to involve you in this, Figgle Farmer. Haley is complaining because I asked her to clean under the cushions. It's only because I cleaned them last week. I don't know. I don't want to be involved. I wouldn't get involved in this, period. I'd just be like, whatever. This sounds like a family thing to me. It's your house. You sort out how the chores get done. Why are you putting it on me? I don't know, Haley, why not have this one be your one weekly job? Ugh. Alright, you win. I guess this can be my job every week, and then there won't be any reason to argue over it. Thanks, Figgle Farmer. That's a great solution. Yeah, but now she doesn't want to give me any of that lovin'. See, and that's the ultimate goal here, is seduction. Sexual seduction! Oh, man, I walked up in her room while she was still laying in bed. Alright, so Emily needs an amethyst. Oh, my favorite stone. You're so sweet. Oh, it's from who? Ah, you got it at Clint's? Where I don't care where you got it from. It's beautiful. Thank you, Smooch. Yay, we got kisses. That's the most action we've gotten this entire playthrough. It's been rough like that. It's been real rough like that. I'm going to give this girl some gold. I bet she likes gold. Hey, how you doing, girl? You want some gold? That's such a stupid... Gold bullion is a stupid gift? Holy shit. These people live that high life. I just gave her a gold... But you know the net worth of an ounce of gold right now? I just gifted you like 32 G's. Like 64 even. Gold bullion's expensive. And you just like, nah. That's a shitty gift. I hate you. I'm like, what? I just changed your life, girl. I just made it rain. I just said nah, and I just threw that shit up in the air. Just like I just don't care. She turned me down on gold bars. This is a hard crowd out here. You gotta be pretty wealthy if you turn out gold bars and just don't give a damn. You're like, whatever. I hate that in video games, how gold is never worth anything. It seems stupid to me. I don't know. In every video game ever, gold is never worth anything. Like in World of Warcraft, I remember it bugged the shit out of me because gold bullion was worth less than 1 gold coin. And I was just like, this makes no logical sense. They'd be like, it's for balance. And I'm like, I don't give a shit. You just broke me out of my immersion. Your balance is terrible and you need to figure this out. A gold bar should be at least worth like 50 gold, period. Just make it harder to get one. I think we should be able to find mushrooms on this layer somewhere. Somewhere in like this weird satanic layer. When I rearranged my inventory, it messed up like where everything's at, so it might be a little bit more, yeah. I'm gonna have to swap that out. That's gonna bug me. This needs to go back over where they were previously. Otherwise, I'm gonna be hitting the like wrong hotkeys this entire time. Oh, we got a ruby, so that's good. A little bit of that fine quality corundum down in here. Getting lasers shot at as though like it's goddamn Star Wars in here. He just dropped a whole copper bar, and we got a bomb, so that's pretty cool. There's some jade right there. I don't know if it's that useful. I'll probably just sell it at the end of the day. Mostly I just wanted to look around for other things that might be useful. Couple of coppers. I'm okay with the copper. It seems like it wouldn't be that useful at this point in the game, but I do want it. It's something that we need to accumulate or aggregate at least a couple stacks of so that when things come along down the line that require us to build stuff, i.e. our tappers, which are the big thing. We got a whole bunch of pine trees going in down there, and we have no tappers to put on them. I actually just want to scan the floor space. I don't care about too much more of the other things laying around. It's just the floor space that can have... Omni Geodes, though. Omni Geodes are pretty sweet. I think we go back to get our thing tomorrow, maybe? I've been shot with something. What I've been shot with, I'm not really so sure. But he's got to go. I'm jinxed. Unfortunately, hit me with some of that underground voodoo magic that they're known to practice around here. It's difficult to get around. I'll probably sell some of the rubies and some of the other little things, especially if I get high quality ones. Just for cash. We'll keep on exploring, and this will be the opportunity that we'll take. I mean, I've been looking at this from kind of like a pessimist's point of view, that there's nothing to do right now. But actually, if we're optimistic about it, this is a really good opportunity for me to go down into the dungeon and just really lock down my supply of random stuff that I need, like rubies. Coal is another big one. Wow, we are going through some serious strength right now. I'm thinking the gold pickaxe might be a good choice too as we go further into the game. Keep hoping we'll see that purple mushroom around down here. This is where we found it last time, so I was hoping we would find another one, but it doesn't look like we're getting that lucky, but we are getting lots of rubies. And a magma geode. Once Clint's done working on all our other stuff, we should be able to lock this down. That's going to be due. Okay. Do I go back to Clint for that other quest? Is he going to pay me, or like what happened here? I assume he's probably going to be bummed out because I think he was trying to practice the art of seduction in the same way that we practice the art of seduction, but it's a skill that most people do not have on our level. We've been siphoning a lot of skill points into that stuff. Like, as far as the game is concerned, I don't feel like fighting a bat swarm right now, so I don't think I'm going to do it. Probably go 115 right here. And just see what we find around. This floor is looking a little dead, but at least we're not getting run up on by everything known to man that wants to murder us. He said, as stuff tried to murder us. Just started playing Dungeons 2 over the course of the last week, actually. I tried to play the Banner Saga 1, but I just couldn't get back into it. I got most of the way through the game, and I got stuck on a battle. Just due to... So, I went through, and actually, I made it all the way through the game, and it was super easy. And then I decided I wanted to re-roll because I wanted to keep Eggle alive. And I actually don't think Eggle is worth the amount of resources you lose in keeping him alive. Because what ends up happening is you keep Eggle alive, and then you end up spending way more renown on food and things like that. And so you don't level people up quite as much, and so you end up with kind of like an XP deficit. You end up with like a knowledge drain on the party because of it. And Eggle's actually not that good of a character. He's decent. He's reasonably okay. But he's not as good as, like, say, just like leveling up somebody else who is equally as good. I don't think. We're actually taking some damage right here. I'm going to have to fight these guys off. We got a solar essence. I'll probably sell that off at the end of the day or give it to the wizard. Doesn't really matter to me. Wow, there's a lot of gold on this floor. I may try to sell off a couple of these gold stacks because we have so much of it. I don't think we're going to get Leia's quest done. I think that one might be outside of our reach for right now. We just have so much gold ore. Like, it's laying around and we've got so much of it. It's like, where do we go from here with this much gold? I don't even think we can use this much gold. Like, what are we going to do? Build gold statues of ourselves or something? Most other games have, like, sinks for stuff. I guess we can convert it into iridium if we really, really want to. Because I think we did pick up the transmutational thing for that. However... I do have a little bit more. If I eat the crystal fruit, that'll bring my energy back up a decent amount. And then we do have some cave carrots right here too. So if we munch down on some tubers, might give us a chance to keep going and adventuring. That's a diamond right there, so we definitely want that. Can I flip this? I would like to, because I could use the coal. But it doesn't look like it's going to allow me to do so. That's fine. I didn't want it that badly anyways. I'm kind of simple like that. I'd be like, well, you know, there are things that I desire in life, but I lack the willpower to really make any of them happen. Like, I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't want it that bad. Like, not if it's going to, like, make my life difficult or it's going to make me, like, stressed and unable to sleep. I don't care that much. Couple of topazes over here, but it looks like we're probably going to fail that quest. Oh, well, it is what it is. Get a topaz from right there. Yeah, if we can convert this to iridium, we can make the really, really good sprinklers. And what is that? So we got the wild bait right there. That takes bug meat, which actually I don't think I have a huge quantity of anymore. We can also warp totem to the mountains if we really want to. Collects energy and turns it into battery packs. I don't know how useful that is either. So we're going to need transmute iridium before too long. We've got the ring of Yoba right there. What rings am I wearing? A magnet ring? Yeah, put on the Yoba ring instead of the magnet ring. That sounds pretty good. Give us a random shield that'll pop up sometimes. So the ring of Yoba. Perfect. Those solar essences are worth a decent amount if you're wondering why I'm excited about them. And that gets us out of here. So let's go back up to the top floor. We had a pretty productive day in the mines. I'm going to continue to do that on a lot of the days just because there's not really a whole lot else for us to apply ourselves to. I'm going to try and catch a squid down there, and I would like to upgrade. I think he got a new rod down there too that I can buy from Willie. But I haven't checked in a bit, and so things might get a little big Willie style in the coming days. I don't have room for some of my stuff in here, but I'll probably sell the rest of this anyways. Tomorrow is the day that we should be able. I think I've turned it in on the 4th, which means on the 7th, our hoe should be done so that we should be able to dig up a few more of those lovely little items from beneath the soil. Did I pick up any coal while I was in the dungeon? I hope I did. Keep those things blazing on that side. And let's see what we can sell from our adventures here. Got topazes. We got some okay stuff down in there. It wasn't the best day for us, but we definitely accomplished some things. We should be able to make some cash today. Won't be able to restock the wallet fully, but I'll probably take all these geodes with me. Because tomorrow, first thing first, we're going to go out and we're going to talk to Clint and see what he can accomplish for us. With our preserves jars, can we put those inside? It seems weird to keep those outside. Yeah, I was going to say, if I can maybe stack those up a little bit on this side. And then what I'll do is we'll come back over to the fridge. We'll take some cranberries. We'll take some plums. Yeah, that sounds great. Some plum preserves, some cranberry preserves, and then maybe apple preserves sound pretty good too. We'll throw each of these in here. We'll start with the apples, and we'll let just. It looks like they're gassing up the house. Hopefully, we don't die of any type of like weird lung infusion or anything. We're like, sorry, you've got fruit lung. I'm like, no, not fruit lung. How did I end up with fruit lung? This is the worst day ever. Mama told me don't become a farmer and don't be making them preserves too close to the bed. You end up with that fruit lung. And can't nobody survive the fruit lung. Claim too many good men. Too many good men claimed by the fruit lung. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just drop all the rest of that stuff back up in there. I do have some serious quantities of chopping to do before we're going to have sufficient wood supplies, but, oh well. I'm going to wait for the next harvest day on those tappers, too. I can't wait to have more taps, just because they produce you with a they produce a nice infusion every single week. I think it's about every 7 days you get, like, a random tapper supply that finishes off, and you do get paid for that. Like, you get, like, 200 per yield. On top of that, you need it for some of the more impressive supplies that are around. But the time for worrying about that, I think, is a little bit later. That's going to fall to the right. We just need more wood. That's all. I've noticed that our wood supply has been a little bit sketchy lately. And so, unfortunately, I'm going to have to focus on that a little bit more heavily. Oh, we got a frozen geode out. I will take that. I'm not going to kill the saplings on this side because we do need those for, like, the next generation of wood harvesting. I think it's a bit of a waste to knock out the saplings because we're going to knock them out anyways once they get a little bit bigger, and there's no point. There's absolutely no point leaving ourselves at a deficit for wood because we're going to need wood further on into the game. It's actually one of those things that I have trouble keeping in supply. It's just you need so much of it in order to functionally farm and to keep building up new buildings and upgrading buildings, and also for building things like the preserve tanks. It's just you need a lot of it, and so I try to keep an eye on the price here. Is there anything else I need to sell before we leave for the day? Our inventory is looking pretty good. We got a jade in there. I'm going to keep this supply right here just in case I need any of that stuff on future days. But like random gems that we get as a consequence while hanging out in the dungeon, I'm probably just going to vendor those from now on. Pickaxe proficiency, and we can make a mega bomb. Not bad. $4,000 for the day. Not bad at all. I will absolutely take it. Now, today is going to be our fishing day. I think we're going to go out and see what we can catch. Fiberglass rods. Still got plenty of good stuff on the line right there. Let's go check on all of our wildlife and make sure that our little friends... Oh. Hey, Figgle Farmer. So, your first year in Stardew Valley is almost over, huh? If you keep buying seeds from me, you'll be twice as productive next year, and I have some exciting news. I'll be selling new seed varieties in my shop throughout the next year. I should have one new variety per season. That's all that I really wanted to say, so have a good one. You know, I wouldn't even bother trying my competitor's seeds. Pure seeds are the highest quality seeds you'll find anywhere, and that's a promise. Well, man, I'm not going to buy from Joja anyways, brother, because I'm trying to keep this community together. Tomorrow we'll all be gathering in front of Marnie's house for the Festival of Ice. It's a celebration of winter. There'll be snowmen, ice sculptures, and an ice fishing competition. Arrive between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. if you'd like to participate. I think I would like to participate. I like the little community events. I'm a sucker for community events. I go to them in my hometown too. I've lived here my entire life, and I don't know. I think there's a difference between the people that leave and the people that stay. I really sincerely do. The people that leave are always looking for something, whereas the people that stay, they've already found it. Like, they know what they're looking for, and this place is it. A lot of people leave and move to, like, San Francisco or New York City or all that kind of stuff. I'm not one of them. And like the friends that I have that have stayed here, they're all starting to become like, I really do. They're all starting to become part of the community. So I have friends that are really into like Rotary Club and like working on cars and stuff like that. And it's interesting watching them stay now. They're becoming like a part of like that car community in the area. Like they're starting to know all the other car guys and having these huge networks of friends and stuff. A lot of people leave, a lot of people stay. I prefer to stay though, I think. I prefer to stay. I guess it kind of depends how much wanderlust you have too. Some people have insinuated that it's because I'm not ballsy or anything like that, but I don't think that's the case. I've put my entire life on hold just to do this YouTube stuff, even though it's a massive risk, and there's no guarantee that it'll ever become anything, you know? So I don't think that's the case. I think that some people just want to stay close to home. I like this area. I like the East Bay. I really sincerely do. I think there's like a community here that's very, very unique. There's a culture to the East Bay that doesn't exist anywhere else. Kind of hard to leave behind, I guess. It's also hard to leave what you know. Alright, so let's get those all fired up. The next thing we need to go and collect is we needed to break open our geodes. We're going to go back over and we're going to get our hoe back. I don't know if I'm going to need any of these supplies over here, but I might just in case I decide to impulse buy any of the random stuff that's around. For now, though, we're going to walk on over there. We're going to pick up our tools. It's not the end of the day just yet, so I can't ditch out on the episode. I can't leave you here. If you leave me now, no man to make fun of me. I think the people that leave also tend to have, like, bad family lives and stuff like that, too, or their job requires them to move away. Lots of little dots and tittles out there that decide whether or not some people stay at their hometown or whether they leave or not. Some people don't. I don't know. I've talked to some people that they don't think of this place very fondly, and I don't know why. Because like growing up, they had friends, they had a good family. Like I grew up alongside them. They just want to leave this place. It's like they feel like it's a dead end and nothing's ever going to happen here. And I guess that is sort of true. The town that I live in is kind of a dead end. It's like it's an old school town like that. We got our copper hoe back. Things don't really change much around here, but you can do stuff like I do. You know, 150 for a coal. That's so expensive. I'll give you 4,000 for those gold bars, huh? Give you 32.75 for those gold ores. Damn. It's a lot of cash. Let's process some geodes. I'm gonna do the omnis first, because 3 coal out of an omni, man. What is that? A dwarf gadget. Cool. I don't know what that is. Oh, we got an opal. That's pretty sweet. Opalescent textures look really, really cool. Opals are a fun little mineral. I think a lot of this stuff's probably just going to get vendored. Because I think I've seen it before in our playthroughs, but I still wanted to break all these open just to see what we could get out. Seemed like a waste not to do it. That one might be new. A dolomite. That one's definitely new. Cool stuff. I think it's predetermined what's inside these things, too, before we even break them open, because right there, it, like, won't give you... maybe I just don't have the space in my inventory, but break off some of these seeds, some of that sap, and some of those pine cones, and it'll be okay. I'm a gambler, so I enjoy the geodes. What is that? A Neptunite. Huh. Another dwarf gadget. And a stone. So that's it for us. I'm going to break the episode off right here because it's snack time. I'm hungry as hell. I will see you all in the next episode of Stardew Valley. I did want to say thank you for stopping on by. Bye, everybody, and thanks.